Hey guys, and welcome back to the Chaotic Kitz Channel, where I, Michelle, am making fantasies come true, one story at a time. And today we are going to be doing a writer's tag. This tag is called Writers Are Weird tag. This is a 10-question tag video where I'm going to be answering probably some of it seems like the weird things that would make me a writer, and like really answering the age-old question are, why are writers weird? Which for me personally, I would say I am kind of weird. But so far the aspects that the questions have asked, I don't feel like I really relate to. But yeah, so we are going to be talking about it. So for information about me, just right off the bat, I am somebody who is a multi-genre author. I have multiple different pen names as well. I actually have 4 different pen names. They are Grace, Shelley, Maris, and Marianne. Each of these pen names are actually alters within my system. I'm somebody with some sort of dissociative disorder. I've never been officially diagnosed with anything, just because my state doesn't seem to have good, I don't know how to say, good qualified places to do research, and if they like to know more about myself, it's already hard enough to find a therapist and a med provider. I don't want to think about getting a psychologist and getting really dissected. Not dissected as in I don't know, but really going down into my psyche. But it's not really gonna happen, I don't think. But yeah, so I am a 25-year-old creative. I'm Catholic, and on this channel I mostly talk about religion, the books that I read, writing content, and sometimes more personal stuff, especially when it comes to my alters and stuff. I try not to talk too much about my alters and myself as a system, just because I feel weird talking about it and feeling as if I'm oh yeah, I am I am somebody with the system, but I don't know what my diagnosis is. I'll say it in these intro clips, but I don't really want to dissect it kind of thing. But yeah, that's kind of some stuff to know about me. And I say let's just jump into these questions that are answering the questions about the writers are weird. So question number 1. Do you have any bizarre internet searches? I probably do have some weird ones. None of them really stick out to mind, except those that I'm asking questions about these dreams that I have. I have the most random dreams. I'm unsure if it's because of the medicine I'm on, or it's because I keep unlocking hidden memories that I had, kind of hidden memories, but also hidden trauma that I had from my childhood. And then they'll manifest into dreams that are kind of telling what's going on kind of thing. But basically I'm just oh, I want to know something, kind of thing. But honestly, I don't do a lot of research when it comes to writing stuff and or even researching things. I don't research, and I don't feel a lot of my search topics are weird. I'm not looking how to kill somebody. I'm not looking up that. And honestly, a lot of my research comes from TV shows I watch, YouTube videos, books I read, that kind of stuff. So it's never it's never really oh, I'm looking this specific thing up to see how it specifically happens kind of thing. That's not what I'm doing. But yeah, I'd probably say the most bizarre things I look up are baby names that mean something super dark and twisted, or even positive names, or whatever my random dreams make me think of kind of thing. I also look up how to spell words, because sometimes I'll think of a word, but I never know how to spell it kind of thing. Question number 2 is, do you write people you know and dislike into your stories as villains or dumb people to kill off? I do. Okay. When it comes to people I know in real life, I never really, the characters are never them specifically. All I use is their name. The characters have nothing related to the people I know. And if they do have some sort of correlation with it, I'm they're 2 different people. So no, I don't think of them as that person. And whenever it comes to killing off characters, honestly, I kill them, like, it strictly depends on the story. If I feel like they need to be killed off, or like it's a wartime and like, I don't know, it's never because I dislike somebody I know in real life kind of thing. So question number 3 is, does your personal hygiene sometimes come second to writing? No. With my mental health disorders, I suffer a lot with depression. And so it kind of comes into correlation. Like, I may feel like poop all the time, but my writing does not affect my personal hygiene at all. I very much am like, okay, it's this time and day, I will take a shower. It's been 2 days, I take showers every other day. Okay, this day I need to take a shower kind of thing. Like, I know what's going on kind of thing. Question number 4 is, do you go to baby name websites to help you name your characters? Yes, 100%. Sometimes I will go and be like, oh, what does this name mean? Or I'll be like, 100 baby, like, names starting with the letter M or something like that. Or I'll look up, like, top 10 last names kind of thing. Like, especially with my more contemporary novels, I will look up, like, popular names in this kind of this year, and last names, because, like, I've never been good at last names. And, like, with, like, fantasy books, I can make something up kind of thing. So yes, I do go up to baby websites and look up first names and last names. Question number 5 is, do you have a list of actors and actresses that would play your characters if there was an adaptation made? No, I do not. Honestly, I've just recently been coming up with, like, what my characters look like physically. And, sometimes with the Bugstopia books, they're all insects, so, like, they don't really, like, it's hard to be like, oh, this person's gonna play it, like, I don't even know what their voices sound like besides mine. But actors and actresses, I mean, I kind of have an idea of who I would like, but honestly, like, by the time this book gets if it ever got big enough to be to have an adaptation of it, I honestly would be like, I want more, like, low-key actors, like, not low-key, but, like, fresh, like, starting up new actors, just so, like, they can get their place while also still being qualified and talented enough to do it kind of thing. Yeah, and honestly, like, when it comes to looking at the appearance of somebody, I don't know. Yeah, I would want them to obviously look like the character, but also kind of have that same, like, new quality to it kind of thing. I don't know. But yeah, I have no idea who my actors and actresses are. I don't have any pinpoint who I want them to be kind of thing. Question number 6. Have you ever stared at a stranger because they look like one of your characters? No. I do look at strangers just to, like, study them. But also at the same point, I never look at them too long. So, like, I people watch, but I never, like, sit there and stare at somebody being like, this is the character I see in them kind of thing. Like, no, I think it's my anxiety is like, okay, I'll notice you, look away. If you look, like, I don't know, I look occasionally, but never think like, oh, this person looks like the character of my story. Question number 7. Do you talk to yourself to help you work through scenes? Yes. But also, then again, I also talk to myself on a regular basis anyways. But when it comes to working through scenes, a lot of my alters, my system, who are writers, they will help, like, be like, oh, this kind of needs to happen kind of thing. I actually have a subsystem of alters that I call Little Marises. Basically, they're just, like, people, they're not, I want to say they're fully fledged alters or headmates or parts of me, but they're just, like, people that are, like, insert their thoughts and opinions, kind of go away, or sometimes they'll fuse with others. But they're basically like helping work through, maybe add another piece of tension kind of thing to the story. So yeah. Question number 8. While writing, do you make the expressions your characters are making? I don't know. I don't really record myself as I write, but I feel like whenever I write, a lot of the time my face will be very scrunched up. Just because I have terrible eyes and sometimes it's hard to look at the computer screen. Lovely parts of having glasses and having such bad stigmatism that your eyes don't want to work. Question number 10. Do you ever practice answering interview questions in case you make it big? Yes. Yes, I do. But also at the same point, I feel like this is always like a yes, but also kind of thing. I also just like sometimes will just talk to my alters, especially like the more author ones, and I'll be like, okay, like, why do you write kind of thing, like answering like base questions, but also like just questions that need to be answered kind of thing. Yeah, so I do it to all my alters, not just the author sides. Question number 10. Do you have a soundtrack or playlist for your book or scenes from your book? No. I don't really have playlists, and honestly, whenever it comes to like writing my stories and stuff, I mostly listen to like other vlogs. And when I say listen, it's literally just background noise, so I'm not hearing the like noises of the house or hearing the computer that keeps like having the fan run on off kind of thing. So it's like, oh, just background noise for me. And like if something catches my attention, I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna focus on this. But yeah, I don't really have soundtracks. The only time music comes into play right now for me in writing is one of my characters in my JJ project, which is a young adult Christian fiction story, where my main character JJ has alters or personalities like me, or has some sort of dissociative disorder like me. He will have like one of the alters is a little somebody in the like some alt part of you that is represented by a child, but that does not mean they are a child. But she has like Catholic Christian music always playing in her head to help soothe her kind of thing. But yeah, that's the only time music kind of comes into play. Other than that, no, not at all. Sometimes I'm even known to just sit in silence and just write. Which I feel like that's when it's weird, is whenever you're not listening to something. Like, I feel like somebody's always listening to some sort of music or some sort of like ambiance noise kind of thing. But yeah, that's kind of all. But yeah, that's the 10 questions. I hope you guys got to know a little bit more about me. And if you guys have any questions you have for me personally, go ahead and leave them down in the comments down below. I will gladly answer them, and if I feel like they are something that needs to be talked about more, I will put it into a video. Right now, I'm currently trying to get kind of caught up on all the content that I have missed because of my time at my sister's house for a little vacation. While she was on her vacation, it was more like a writing retreat for me. So I have like 3 more videos, I think, that I need to record to get caught up. But yeah, so those are the questions. If you guys have any other questions for me, go ahead and leave them down in the comments down below. If you would be interested in more tag videos, maybe suggest some tag videos also down in the description. Sometimes I'll find them. I want to do a tag video once a month, but sometimes I just forget, or sometimes life gets chaotic, hence the Chaotic Kitz channel name. But yeah, that's kind of all I got to say for today. I hope you guys enjoyed, and remember to keep making fantasies happen one story at a time, okay? And I'll see you guys later. Bye!